Hey everyone, Jeff here, and welcome to my Let's Play of The Elder Scrolls Legends. So a little bit of background. I have a passion for trading card games and card strategy games in general, most notably Magic the Gathering. Actually, I should filter that down to be just Magic the Gathering. I've been a casual dining room table player for years and years and years now. I love to throw janky shit together and play against my friends, other janky shit decks. I dabbled in some competitive play for a while and just didn't find it to be an interest of mine. But my friends, knowing that I love janky card games and also Skyrim, recommended that I play The Elder Scrolls Legends because it combines card game and elements of Skyrim. And I think it's probably just in name alone, but without further ado, I'm going to start up the game. We're going to do a Let's Play. I previously have done no research about this game whatsoever. I don't know any of the game mechanics. If you end up watching this on YouTube, feel free to leave those hateful gameplay corrections in the comments. Of course, I'm joking. I love all the critique I can get, improve myself as a player. And if I like it, I'm looking forward to being part of the community. So let's get right to it and play The Elder Scrolls Legends.
The Elder Scrolls show us what was, and what yet will be. And they have revealed much to me.
Spare us your stories, old man, unless they can sharpen spears. Our war chief is dying. Our enemies are massing for another attack. We must prepare for battle.
We should go, Kellen. We have the scroll we came for, and this one smells blood in the wind.
Patience, Nog. I have words yet to speak here. Stories can do surprising things, Spear Maiden, whether they are true or not. And this is one you should hear. It comes from the Great War that nearly ended the Empire. It began when the High Elves slaughtered every Imperial blade, calling themselves the New Aldmeri Dominion. They and their allies swept through the land, even capturing the Imperial city itself. Fled north, leaving Cyrodiil to the invaders. This is the story of a forgotten hero who changed the very course of history.
Okay, so it looks like there's a pretty robust campaign and story element here. They planned on writing it all out. I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit just so that it doesn't overwhelm the recording. I think that that's probably going to balance a little bit better. I wanted everyone to be able to hear. Khajiit, fan favorite Khajiit, right? Always. Nord also in the realm of Skyrim. Orcs are cool if you want to do a powerhouse playthrough. But here's the reality of the situation. When I played Skyrim, my favorite playthrough ever was as a mage, and I played as a Breton. So, to pay tribute to my favorite Skyrim playthrough of all time, I'm going to select Breton as my avatar here. I don't know that it necessarily makes a difference. You will more quickly collect cards that can deflect damage. Sure. Again, I don't know what that means, but we're going to go with, look at this dude. Breton GQ right here. We'll choose this guy with the staff. I'm a male. We could go with either the female avatars, trick people. But no, I'm just another dude playing a video game.
Bring me a warrior with strength and courage.
That Nord looks adequate. Bring the mortal forth, and for his opponent, that one.
Tyr. I go second.
Why do I have a feeling they're going to kill us either way?
Because I am, man. You're gonna die. Come on, it's a tutorial.
Play your creature. Place the creature in the lane.
Okay. In turn. I played a creature.
I'm not ready to die.
Attack one of their creatures with your scuttler.
So do we make the greedy play and attack this so that next turn I can trade into that? Or do we make the smart play and attack this, trade our scuttler in, and play the forager? I'm all for the risky greedy play, so we're going to attack the mud crab, keep this alive.
Each damages the other.
Okay, so this is very much like, and we'll play our 2/2.
When creatures fight, they deal damage equal to their power.
Okay, we will attack.
Reduce your opponent's health to 0 to win.
This is pretty straightforward so far. Combat system seems intuitive. Valenwood Trapper, it's a 3/1. Pretty squishy, but we'll play it out.
Have they any mead in their blood?
Oh, that's a 2/4 is tremendous on this board right now. Oh, I take it back.
You drew an item. Play Heavy Battle Axe to improve one of your creatures.
Oh, well, he's at 7, so we can just equip this. We don't want to get cute.
You're pretty good with that axe. We work together. We might have a chance.
Our first victory. Not bad. And we gained a level. I like it so far. It's, it's intuitive. Play creatures. They battle each other. Do damage to your opponent. I'll be interested to see as we play through if there's a way for your opponent to interact with you on your turn, like there is in some other games that I've played. Or if it's a little bit more of a linear strategy. So let's collect some of these game rewards. We got a tome. An orc. Give a creature 1/1. Summon effect when it enters the battlefield. Trigger effect. I like it. Deal 3 damage. That seems pretty good actually. I'm assuming this can go to creature or player. Lightning bolt for 3, huh?
As you level up, you'll be able to upgrade the starter cards in your collection.
Ping effect. Crafty. I like it. Okay, let's move on. Alright, so let's see what this game has to offer. We have story mode, which obviously we're going to play the rest of here. We have daily quest. Seems interesting. Solo and versus arena play. I don't know what that means. Practice mode, probably if you build a janky deck and you want to see whether or not it blows, you take it to practice mode. Ranked play, which I'm assuming is the core of the game, because the story mode probably is brief, and you just want to do PvP and lots more. Sure. Welcome to Chapter 2.
I'm Tyr, one of the Blades. 2 of us, a dozen of them. It's almost a fair fight.
To a dozen of them? Tyr. We'll play. Daedric cultists. We go first this game.
Most games have 2 lanes. Creatures can only attack enemy creatures in the same lane.
Oh, nifty. So it's not one battlefield. It's one battlefield, but it is a split battlefield. That's interesting. Field lane. Opponent's discard pile. Cards in deck. Same here.
Choose a lane for your scuttler.
Play here on the left, I suppose. Sure.
When you deploy Orc Clansman, he'll strengthen one of your creatures.
Yeah. So I think we'll play this here. Give our scuttler +1/+0.
Now, attack the Acolyte of Boethia to take it out.
Oh, you got it, man. All day. And we still have 4 power on board. Not bad.
Their deaths will please the Queen of Shadows.
So I think the question becomes, do we go greedy and just attack face, or do we control the board? Something to consider as you watch the rest of this Let's Play series is that when it comes to Magic, again, I'm going to reference that probably a lot. You might get tired of it. I'm a control player. So, you know, I do the draw go technique, and then when the opponent is out of resources, find a way to win. I probably will see if there's ways to play this game in a similar manner to build control decks and, you know, control the game and then mysteriously find a way to win. So I think what we do here is actually take our trades, attack first, and then play our card and pass our turn. Again, you know, this is the tutorial, so I may be overthinking things, but I think what we want to do is, if we can just 1-for-1 him...
Valenwood Huntsman to take out your opponent's creature.
Okay, so what I was saying was, if we can 1-for-1 him and then just always have 2 power on board to slowly win the game, that would be totally fine. Here we're actually going to be able to do better than that. We will attack...
My blade is thirsty.
We will not attack first. It's like when you play a video game and you hit an invisible wall. We have an invisible wall. We can't jump over it until...
Bondar, curse you.
Okay.
My blade is thirsty.
And now we will attack for 3. Sure. Oh, we have 6 on board, so we're 1 off lethal.
I'll grind their bones.
Ooh. That was pretty spicy for 3.
One-shot abilities.
Right, Crushing Blow. I love this card. I mean, I think I love this card. 1/2, destroy an enemy creature with power 2 or less. That seems really good, actually. A 1/2 body, and you get to destroy something. So, if I can do 3 damage to his face, can we... We can. Okay, well, again, we will attack first. And then we will Crushing Blow his face.
You'll never escape. Reeve will destroy you.
I don't know who this Reeve guy is. But this has been fun, I have to admit. I mean, we're only on Chapter 2, but there are a lot of interactions between cards. I'm sure that it gets way more complex than it will by Chapter 2, let's be real, but collect some more rewards. Let's see what we got. Sunhole Medic, a high elf, summon, give a creature +0/+2. I like stuff that plays with combat math. This is, I think, probably a high utility card. Fiery Imp. When it attacks, deal 2 damage to your opponent. So you have a triggered effect here. It's a 1/1/1. Kind of vanilla. But they both do stuff. So vanilla creatures that do stuff is good.
Mortals must not be allowed to reveal Lord Narathan's plans. Destroy them.
Reeve looks like a badass, let's be real. Or is that just your run-of-the-mill Daedra? Oh no, that is Reeve. Cool. Okay.
You will use Magicka to play your cards.
Definitely noticed that. And from what I've seen, you get one more turn. I don't know what it caps at. Maybe it just goes on infinitely. One way or the other, we'll definitely play our 1-mana creature. Pass turn. So this isn't great because...
Your Magicka increases by 1 each turn.
This isn't great because we don't have a favorable trade here, but he does. So it seems real silly to attack into this creature and just sacrifice it, so we'll just go face. Something I really like about this game so far is the animations. It looks like they put a lot of time and resources into making sure that when you play the cards, the animations are neat. You're not just playing cards out on the battlefield. It's not just like he loses 2 life and nothing happens. We'll contest that scamp with this 3/2.
Glory to the Empire.
Right, so he takes a favorable there. Makes sense. So something that's important to consider in a lot of these games, sorry for that pause there, I was thinking is, you kind of want to make sure that you're mana efficient, right? So if we just play this to buff this and take a favorable trade, we're leaving 2 out that we can't do anything with. So it seems like what we want to do is either play this or this. This is the stronger creature, but this gives us utility in the fact that we can trade here, and still play a card. So I think we take that trade, kill that, have a 3/1 on board. He has more cards. We have a 3/1 for whatever that's worth. And we will trade into that. We can't use Sunhull Medic to keep this alive. So again, my style is generally control the board, see what happens.
We'll hold the line.
We have a 4/2. If he plays anything else, we can, again, trade. So we could keep this alive and take a favorable trade, which we may want to do. And then also play a 3/4. Because again, my instinct here is to just always keep his lanes clear. That may be the wrong instinct, when I could just be going face and racing. But again, my playstyle is usually control the board. The artwork in this game is tremendous. Like, this is Daedric armor from Skyrim. One for 2/1 is better than vanilla, but it doesn't do anything else, so this creature doesn't seem great. We'll take a favorable trade here, and then we will attack him for 5.
Tell me where it hurts.
And we will play Morthal Watchman.
In the name of the Jarl.
It's tempting to just crushing blow your opponent in situations like this, I think. But I'm going to hold this in case he plays something that I don't have an answer to, because now I'm down to 1 card, and he has 4. So, let me explain something. If there's something I love doing in card games, it's drawing cards. I don't honestly think there's anything better, right? So we'll trade this cheap creature in. Again, controlling the board.
For honor and glory.
And I think I'll play, again, the Battle Axe last, because I don't think that anything could happen as I'm attacking him. It just seems like that your opponent has no reaction to anything that you do, but you don't want to get cute, is what I call it. And getting cute is when you try to do flashy or fancy or whatever. In this case, we have lethal with our final creature by just equipping one item and killing him. That's what we'll do.
I thought, mortal. But you will not be able to prevent the culling. Blood will flow, and my master will let loose darkness on the world.
We have another victory. We have another level. Let's get those rewards. Let's see what we leveled up. Whiterun Recruit. Goes from a 4-2 for 4 to a 6-2 for 4. I don't love it. It's a little squishy, but it's better than a 4-2 for 4. I mean, it's an improvement, that's for sure. And we got 3 cards. Was that like a mini pack? Maybe the packs in this game are 3 cards. We have Fireball, deal 1 damage to all enemies. That's cool. If you're playing, and there's probably some type of token strategy in this game. That's probably a really great card. Charge. Don't know. Can attack the turn it's played. So no summoning sickness. Okay, so creatures do have summoning sickness. I noticed that they can't attack when they come out. Charge allows them to attack when they come out. 4 for a 9/1. I'm not gonna lie, this doesn't seem great. I think this is a trap card where it looks a lot better than it is, just because it has attack power 9, but it dies to a sneeze, so it's added to my deck anyway. I don't have a choice. I must play with the 9/1.
The Dramora's words unnerved the hero. They journeyed north to meet Laneth, a sorceress friend of Tyr's, well-versed in Daedric matters. But the road ahead was far from clear.
Look what we have here. Standard fee. Hand over your coin or you die.
This is our road. Nobody passes without paying a tribute.
We haven't got any money. As for taking our lives...
Alright, let's play.
For every 5 health you lose, you will lose a rune and draw a card.
I love drawing cards.
Everyone pays a toll.
1 for a 2-1 is better than vanilla. So something I have noticed, which I'm assuming they will explain, is the different colors. You know, red cards I saw was, what is this? Strength and willpower is red. Oh, maybe red is strength and yellow is willpower, and then this is agility. Okay, so it looks like, again, you know, you have different colors usually in card games, and they usually have a different theme. We'll play Sunhold Medic because it can contest this. Can we give it to ourselves? Yes. I figure we could because it didn't say other creature. I'm not going to lie, that was a total gamble because I had no idea how that card worked.
The power of the Hist fills me.
We're outnumbered. Let's take some of them out before they overwhelm us.
Tyr, great minds, man. Great minds. We'll take a favorable here. So if we play this, he just gets to kill it. Our 1/1 survives. If we play this, he attacks the 1/1 and then he 2-for-1s us. If we play this, he attacks the 1/1 and then we have an action back, but then this card needs to go here. Okay.
Halt in the name of the Jarl.
Halt in the name of the Jarl. I like that. That's good.
You won't even. Each time you lose a rune, you draw a card.
This one grows impatient.
Let's be clear. He did not give a single fuck about these
Charged
creatures here.
can attack immediately.
Well, I love that. Well, we already have our plan of trading into here. We can charge into the 2-2 favorably. We can attack for 2. Now, something that's interesting is I love drawing cards. So if I love drawing cards, then everyone else must love drawing cards. So if we attack through a rune, we give our opponent a card, which I don't ever want to do, but I guess it's a way to balance the game, that if, you know, someone's playing from behind or someone gets a very clear advantage by giving, you know, your opponent or the disadvantaged player cards, it helps balance the game and the gameplay. I don't know how that system will play out as I continue to learn the game and experiment, but I love drawing cards, so let's just pass turn and draw more cards.
Everyone pays a toll.
Sure. 2-1. No other plays. No other plays with 3 left. So, what does that tell us? He either has something that costs more than 3, or it's something that it's not profitable for him to play right now. I don't know what information that gives us, if any, honestly. So, that doesn't do anything. Neither does that. So this won't give him a card.
I'll man the wall.
And I guess we play our 6-2. I mean, we have a 2-turn clock on him, so... Okay, so... It was something more than 3 that he couldn't play. Summon 2/1/1 Cruel Bandits in each lane. That's actually really good. I mean, something that's a 4/1 is good. It costs 5, but that still seems like really good value. I kind of want to attack first before we fireball. That's kind of a general rule of thumb, that you want to get as much information as you can. We gave him 2 cards, which I don't really like. But as a general rule of thumb, we want to get as much information as we can before casting spells, and by attacking first, we get information, if there is any information to get, and then we can... Oh, and he is considered an enemy. Okay, good to know. So, stuff that hits all enemies is creatures and players.
Take the coin and run.
Now he's just vomiting little creatures out. So we have 6. Give a creature +1/+0. Deal 3 damage. Summon, deal 1 damage. I don't really think we care about his creatures at this point because we have lethal. And again, we have 2 ways to do this as far as I can tell. We can either do a damage to him and then bypass this rune, or give him 1/0.
Take on my clan, you take on me. Not in my...
And we just want to go for the kill. We don't want to putz around. So this is interesting. The card draw mechanic is... I like it. Let's recap. I like drawing cards. The fact that it gives your opponent's cards in the game...
Seeing his fallen companions, dropped to his knees. He said that if the hero spared his life, he would show them where the robbers had hidden their ill-gotten treasure. But the merchant demanded justice.
And what did your hero do?
Interesting. I don't know that I necessarily care about the plot point. I think that I would rather just take what I perceive to be the stronger card here. This is an aggressive card. This is a control card. I'm a control player. I'm going to go with the control option, and I will take Execute.
The bandit's villainous career ended there.
Oh yeah, kill him anyway. Oh, he had to die. Yeah, so that worked out. I had a thought before that dialogue started, and it's gone now. Kvatch Soldier, 2/3 with a guard. I don't know what that means. And Legion's Shield, an item. Okay. Guard 1/3. Probably you can put this on a creature and give it +1/+3 and whatever guard is. Sure.
Dominion guards.
Halt! We're looking for a rogue blade who matches your description.
There must be some misunderstanding.
What kind of misunderstanding?
The kind where you thought we'd come quietly.
Tyr might be a badass. Let's play this match. Dominion Guards. Blue. Oh my god, there's blue in this game? Ladies and gentlemen, blue is my favorite color to play in Magic. Well, this is cheating. The Dominion troops have 2 guards already in position. What is this? What is... Gold barriers are fancy. Guard. Enemies must attack this. Oh, so if I have a creature in this lane, I must attack the guard. I can't attack the opponent. This is a very blue card, 0/4. I hope that blue is a control intelligence. I really hope blue is a control color in this game.
Halt in the name of the Jarl.
That would be great for me.
By the ancestors, I will never surrender.
I really like how, as you play something...
Guards must be destroyed before you can attack other enemies in their lane.
Okay. Since I drew Execute, are they suggesting that I use Execute, destroy a creature with 2 power or less? Is this a creature? It's a high elf? I suppose so. I don't... I want to be more magic efficient than Execute here. Let's give him +1/+0 because even though we can't kill the guard with him, we still have a trade with this creature here, which I think is what where we want to be. Oh my god, what was that?
Child's play.
Firebolt. Deal 2 damage to a creature. Oh, yep. Well, I think that blue is a control color because that's a control spell. Action. Ooh. Iron Sword +2/+0. So now we can get crafty with our combat tricks. This was a great draw. We can go 1 damage. Now, here's why, generally speaking, I don't like enchantments or equipments in games. And the reason I'm not crazy about them, although they do have a ton of merit, is that if you use it and then you kill the creature or bounce it or whatever, you've kind of 2-for-1 your opponent. Now, I get that he did 4 damage to me, don't get me wrong, but
It shall be so.
he used 2 cards to do that, and I used 1 to remove it. So that's card advantage for me.
You have no idea the power I wield.
We got a card. Well, I like drawing cards. Hive Worker, 3/3 for 4. That's kind of terrible, right? It's not even vanilla. The casting cost of that is outrageous. 3/2, 2/3. So we have our own guard, so we could... Let's attack first. We will put this here to protect against Crystal Tower Acolyte. And let's put the 3/2 over here and start chipping away at this guard. I'm going to save this
You
execute.
have no idea the power I wield. Lies of law.
On your guard.
Okay. We can just... This buys him time. Don't get me wrong. So we have 2 plays we can make here with 5. We can either play Hive Worker and Execute, and I don't know if that's profitable, because do we want to execute this 2/1? Definitely not. Or do we want to Imperial Legionnaire and Legion Shield something? Probably that. Let's do this.
For the grave.
If we Legion Shield this, we can one-hit kill that guard, and it won't do any damage.
Now.
And then this 4/5 will eat that 2/1 nicely, and so let's just... I don't think it matters where we put this, but this is kind of the stronger lane, and this lane is really squishy, so we'll just put this over here.
Their time is at an end.
Another 3/3 for 4.
Lies of law.
We could keep this alive by going Sunhole Medic. Yeah, I think we'll do that.
Your injuries. Now.
And then attack for a bunch.
For the grave.
We'll do the most damage first. And attack again. We'll play Hive Worker over here. That lane's full, I guess, so we'll just put this over here. Now, we're full, and he has
no
nothing.
Idea the power I wield.
Their time grows short.
So one way or the other, we need to lose one of these creatures if we want to make all of the trades that we have available to us. And I think that we do want to make all the trades we have available to us. This has kind of served its purpose, so we'll trade that in. I don't want to trade another one of these in, so we'll do this trade here. Attack with the biggest creatures first. I could have probably used Fireball there, now that I think about it. 1/1/1. Yeah. That may have been a misplay. Oops. Well, like I said, it was bound to happen, so I'm glad we kind of caught it. We can learn from that and just think about how we can improve our play for the future. And now we have this... God, I really love this Fireball card. That's crazy, deal 2 damage to a creature. Are you kidding me?
By the ancestors, I will never surrender.
Their time grows short.
I think that's great. Okay, so we don't want to get cute here, right? Let's Fireball. It'll kill this. It'll put him to 3. We can swing and win. And that's that. Much more complex. We get another level, which is cool. The guard element is interesting because there's no blocking in this game, right? A lot of other games you play in person, you can do blocking. So if you attack your opponent, they can block your creatures with their creatures if they have any. And since this seems to be non-interactive in that sense, the guards enable you to quote-unquote block, we'll say, without actually actively blocking your opponent's creatures. So I think it's a nice inclusion. There may be a way to block, who knows? I may have not discovered it yet. But if there's not, then... Hive Worker. Choose 3/6 guard or 6/3 breakthrough. What is breakthrough? Excess damage is dealt to the opponent. So essentially, this is trample, basically, is what we would call that. Yes, aggressive card, control card. This seems like it might be a little bit better anyway. If this had charge and breakthrough, oh my god, nutty. For 4, it probably wouldn't even... That might be too good. We'll take Hive Defender. Seems really good. And let's get some willpower cards. Sench Tiger, 4/7 with guard for 6. This is a really big creature for 6. Divine Conviction, friendly creatures have +0/+1. So something about... So this is a support. I'll equate this to an enchantment from what I understand. Something about a card like this is what I would call a win more card, right? Or maybe just a lose less. I'm not really sure the best way to put this. But if you have an empty board and you're behind and you draw Divine Conviction, giving friendly creatures 0/1, if you don't have any creatures, doesn't really do anything for you, right? So this would be a tempo loss. So I could totally see this card being cool in a deck that doesn't ever run out of creatures. I'd be interested to see if this is a constructed playable card. Broom of Profiteer, 2 for 3/2 is better than vanilla anyway. When you summon another creature, you gain 1 health. Another card that looks like it would go nicely in a control shell. So, very cool. Chapter 6.
Chose to avoid the roads, but of course, the wilderness has its own dangers.
The Hungry Pack. The wilderness has its own dangers. Alright. So we're not playing a human opponent? We are not. The cover of night conceals the wolves. You can't attack them until they show themselves. It's like activating a trap card?
Keep your guard up, or these wolves will tear us apart from the shadows.
Again, the fucking wolves, of course. Oh, this is bad. Well, I guess the game is making it a little harder on me because they kind of gave me a beautiful curve up until now, and now I have a 6-drop in my hand. That's not great. And now we're up to 30 life and 5 rooms. So I wonder what the maximum is. Maybe it's 40, 50? Only time will tell. Hey, let's play this Fiery Imp.
Played to a shadow lane, gain cover for a turn. Creatures with cover can't be attacked.
Oh my god. So you can just put a creature in a shadow lane and hide it? That is cool. I have to say, some of the elements of this game are real neat. Five for a 5/5. Vanilla as shit. Alright, so we're going to do 1 damage to him and our 2. This kind of is terrible, though, because he just gets a free trade on my really cool 1/1 imp.
Their deaths will bring glory to the Empire.
I like her. I like her a lot. Yeah. I wonder if all this wolf deck has is infinite young wolves. I mean, if you play enough young wolves and I can't answer them, it's just 8 a turn. But for right now, I think we just go face. I hate to give him another 1/1 if that's really what it is, but I don't see a better play. This tiger is going to eat up so many of those wolves. Oh. What is this? Oh, a 2-for-1. Nice. Okay. Wait, 2-for-1 himself, trading into my creature.
Support cards once played are permanent and provide ongoing benefits.
Alright, well, like I said, win more, right? Yeah. Hey, I'll take it. I will take it. So here's an interesting question. Do we make the mana efficient play, or do we get rid of everything that's buffing the wolves? I mean, I'm going to take 7, go down to 19. I don't think that's the end of the world, but the synergy in this deck is pretty great. So we either play Tusk Bristleback over here to contest this, and then next turn Huntsman or possibly Tiger, or Huntsman over here to kill that, and then next turn trade Tiger wherever he puts something. I actually like that more. Plus it takes it takes a point of damage, or 2 points of damage away from this creature, so I'm not sure if that was the right line. Oh my god, Hive Defender. This is the card I just upgraded. Yeah. Okay. Execute is good. It's not great. What am I going to do? Execute a 2/2? Although that might need to happen. So here's my thought. If I play this Tiger, it'll be a 4/8, 2/4/6. So it'll literally eat all 4 of these creatures, and I don't need to lose my 3/2. So let's attack first. We always attack first if possible. And then I think we just put the Tiger over here, and we don't care about this idiot. He can ping us all day for 1, and I don't think that's really a problem. Yep, got our 4-for-1. That's awesome. It's not really a 4-for-1 because he's been playing Pack Wolves, so he's been generating extra value off of his cards. Okay. So now what do we care about? Because he can just take this trade here and then trade. Possibly. Or if we want to keep the 3/2 alive, we could play a Hive Defender over there. And if we do that, one way or the other, we're going to lose a creature, right? So maybe we just take a little bit of damage because it's really not the end of the world. We have 4 cards in hand. He has none. We're technically going to be ahead on board. And we just kind of do... We want to play 7, right? So we could do 2 and then gain a life when we play this beast. And they both have shadow, so they wouldn't be able to be attacked. So let's do that. Give him a card. Attack for 3, that's fine. We'll do this here.
There's always a plan.
And then we'll do this here to contest some of those 1/1s. Cool. As we suspected, he was going to trade with all of our creatures. That's fine. We're still way ahead on board. We have 8. He's on... This execute turned out to be not great. I'm not going to lie. 5, 6, 7, 8. And at this point, do we care about trading? No, because Hive Defender can just eat all of these. So, we'll just attack.
Foil my plan.
Play Hive Defender. I like gaining life, so I suppose we also put a guard over here in case he has a creature with haste.
Awaiting orders.
And we don't need to execute any of those. This is fine. Alright. Another Pack Wolf. Well, this deck does one thing. It does it alright, but it's a one-trick pony, that's for sure. And Bog Lurcher. See, earlier in the video, let's call back to earlier in the video when I said this kind of seems like it might be a trap card, because 9 power is a lot, but it's a 1 toughness. So, if we play it, sure, they can't attack into it that turn because of what is it? Cover. But if he was at 30 life, we would basically get to do 9 damage once. And then something would be guaranteed to kill it. And now that we know that other card exists that does 2 damage to something, if we play anybody playing blue, this basically just dies on the spot. So, just a little rant there about that card. We're just going to take the game home with this boar. Pretty neat, though, playing against super creature heavy strategy. Control decks, generally speaking, are good against creature heavy strategies because
once they dispatched the beasts, they heard a whimpering sound. Under a nearby bush lay a cowering wolf pup.
Did they take it in?
What was I saying? So, control decks tend to be good against creature strategies because, again, creature strategies only really do one thing. It's vomit a bunch of creatures and hope to win. But if you can somehow stop that onslaught and gain a head in card advantage and resources, they will fizzle. And at that point, it's pretty impossible for them to come back. And again, you play a 4/8 guard and eat 4 of their creatures. Even though it wasn't a true 4-for-1, we got 4 to 6-for-1 value out of that one card. And it's just really hard to come back from that in games like this. I'm probably stating the total obvious in this video because I just haven't played any more of this game. Y'all are watching like, this retard has absolutely no idea. I'm going to take Cast Out. It's the control card. I hate that we kill the wolf, but I don't know what Prophecy means. You may play this for free when drawn from a rune loss. So there is a penalty for this. So if you attack your opponent and you break a rune, not only do they draw a card, but if it is Prophecy or a Prophecy or has Prophecy, I don't know how the verbiage works here. They get to play this for free. So that would be a massive tempo swing. You attack them and they get this Cast Out card, and all of a sudden, for free, they get to unsummon a creature of yours. And tempo plays in card games could potentially be hugely advantageous for your opponent. So I'm going to take this because I think that it's really cool.
They had seen how dangerous these wolves could be.
Grotwood Ambusher, another Prophecy. Okay, it's a 4/2. Summon, deal 1 damage to all enemy creatures in this lane. This actually seems really cool because 5 for 4/2 isn't great, but I guess, again, you make up for it by having effects. Piercing Javelin. 5 for destroy a creature. Wow, how great is that? Just somebody plays a threat you don't have an answer to. Piercing Javelin, and it has Prophecy. So some of these prophecy cards look like they can punish you really hard, because somebody attacks you, you get a piercing javelin when they break your, what is it, rune? Sorry, a little new with the lingo. And all of a sudden, bam, you just blow that fucker to smithereens. Alright, let's move on.
We've made it. That's Laneth's house, and it's crawling with cultists. Laneth must be in trouble. Come on.
Tyr trying to save his bottom bitch, Laneth. I don't blame him. We all have one. Alright. Let's play this match. We have more Daedric Cultists. I feel like we've played Daedric Cultists in the past. Dart towards you. Oh. So he just starts the game with...
Too late. By now the sorceress is leagues from here.
By the Queen of Shadows.
So he starts the game with 2 creatures on board that can attack right away, huh? Oh my god. We don't... So this is... No... Okay, so this is a field lane and this is shadow lane. I mean, one way or the other, I'm probably losing this to a 1-1. So maybe I'll just put it here in hopes that the AI is goofy and takes a bad trade.
Halt in the name of the Jarl.
I doubt it, but we'll see. Alright, alright.
By the Queen of Shadows. By the Queen of Shadows.
Foolish mortal.
We're pretty far behind in this game. We have not really any resources on board. I'm not worried about this 1-1 over here. We need to put this over here to try to get back in the game.
By the Queen of Shadows. By the Queen of Shadows.
Foolish mortal.
If you draw a prophecy card when you lose a rune, you may play it for free. Drag the Grotwood Ambusher to a lane.
Oh my god, so this is what I'm talking about. This prophecy system is nutty. So I get to play a 5-drop card totally for free, deal 1 damage to all enemy creatures in this lane. So I'm going to basically 3-for-1 him.
There is plenty for all. They will bow to the Prince of
Crazy.
Bloods.
Their blood will please Boethia.
Yeah, what a massive tempo swing, right? I just have... Well, there's another prophecy of mine, so I don't get to hit that one, unfortunately, but... we can't take super favorable trades. We lose this if we trade into this. We lose this if we trade into this. We lose this if we trade into this. We don't lose this or this if we trade into that. So
By Hercene.
we want to keep the 3-2 alive if possible.
It shall be so.
Can we give up a 2-1 right now? Actually, I think we'll just go face. We'll attack our opponent directly, and then we can do some shenanigans with Valenwood Huntsman. Again, I'm not sure if these lines are technically correct, if this is the Ash Soak.
By the Queen of Shadows.
Deal 2 damage to a creature. Wow. That's pretty good. Alright. So, our best play here is Hive Defender, I think. Because a 3-3 that does nothing for 4 is not great at all. This is 4 for a 3-6 with Guard. Like, look at the power level difference in these 2 cards, right? This is just night and day. So we can fully defend here if we play Hive Defender. So let's attack first. See what happens.
For the green.
Now pay.
Oh, he has a prophecy. Whoa. What was that? Lightning bolt. Action, prophecy, deal 4 damage. Let me explain something to all the viewers who have been here for the past hour watching me stumble through this. Lightning bolt is one of my all-time ultimate favorite Magic cards. The fact that there is a card in this game called Lightning Bolt, and it seems to be in the color that is possibly the most control color, makes me really happy that I'm playing this game. I'm feeling great about it. I'm happy. I'm having a great time. Let's play Hive Defender over here to protect our squishy creatures. Oh my god, that Firebolt is so good.
The valor of Nerevar is with me.
So we don't want to let this lane get away from us, right? So normally I like taking trades, but in this case, we don't have to take this trade because the trade will happen automatically when he attacks. So let's see if... So he does not get Prophecy again. We don't want this lane to get out of control, so I think we want to guard something. So we can play a 3-drop along with that.
I'm ready for anything.
This seems like a good 3-drop, and since we have another 3/6 here and it can eat both of those, we might as well just attack our opponent directly and let the guard mechanic take care of... Oh. Huh.
Their blood will please Boethia.
That's pretty big. 5 for a 5/5 with guard. Well, I spoke too soon about... We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. We have 1 point of reach from hand. I don't know that it matters. We can cast this out as a huge tempo play, because if he plays it again, it'll essentially take his entire turn to do so. And then play Valenwood Huntsman. That doesn't seem great, but do we want to play a 3/3 that does nothing and a 2/3 guard? I don't think so. Let's attack first.
It shall be so.
Yes, we will cast out this 5/5. Unsummon him.
Gore and glory.
Go face. It's possible that we don't actually want to play something else, but I don't see a good reason not to. Just... The problem is, if we play this here, and he guards that lane, we have lethal here. If we play this here, and he guards that lane, we have lethal here. I guess one way or the other we do technically have lethal, but I like the concept of balancing.
Bondar curse you.
And I don't know that the point of damage to his face makes that much of a difference. I mean, I guess it does, because then 1 of 3 different creatures would be lethal threats. So I think we have to do that 1 point to his face. Okay.
The valor of Nerevar is with me.
Okay. So we win. Yeah, so it didn't end up making a difference, but had he had another guard creature or something, and we could only get through with 1 creature here, for instance, putting him to 3, I think, was the right play.
Stop. We can tell you where they've taken your friend.
Alright. Pretty cool. A lot of interaction in this game. I am really feeling it. We got another level. Let's collect our rewards. We've deserved all of these rewards. Ooh, a sack. Holy shit, 100 gold. Or should we call them septims? Probably call them septims. Choose 3/3 for 4, or 3/4 destroying an enemy support. So again, here's my reasoning on this. If this was a creature, you'd be getting a 3/3 for 4, which isn't even vanilla. And so, like, this card was terrible. It was a 3/3 for 4. We know how bad that is, right? Or I think it's bad. And so by choosing this, we're essentially doing the same thing as this, only if we top deck this instead of this, it's just straight up worse if we have nothing to put this on. So I haven't seen any enemies play a support, but the fact that this is just a live top deck and has some utility seems like the clear choice. So I'm going to go with Vicious Dreg here. Let's move on. I think this is our final match in this chapter.
Let's use the gold you just won to purchase a card pack.
Oh my god, yes please. 100 gold. Oh. Then I'd be out of gold. Septims. We might just have to always call them septims.
To add the cards to your collection.
Sure. I wonder how many cards there are in this game. Oh. Okay. Drag and drop. Drag and drop. Cast out. Another one of those. That's great. Sharpshooter Scout. Prophecy. Summon. Deal 1 damage. Also pretty cool. Mighty Ally. 3 for 3/3. Summon +3 and 0. And Breakthrough. Right, okay. So like Trample, right? If the top card of your deck is red. That seems really good. Rifthane. Nord, 2/2, summon. If you have less health than your opponent, +0/+2 and guard. Otherwise, +2, +0 and breakthrough. This seems awesome. The utility that you might be able to get out of this card is nutty. For 2, you either get a 4/2 or a 2/2 with something else. I guess purple is rare, silver is common, uncommon, rare. Wow. How busted is this card? 0 for a 1/1 with charge. 0. Cards that cost nothing usually are totally busted. I'm pretty sure there's got to be a way that someone has broken that card. Arrow Storm. Destroy all enemy creatures with 2 power or less in a lane. Alright. And this also has Piercing Javelin, this color. And the guard creatures, so it seems like maybe blue and yellow is the color combination that I would be most likely to play for a control deck. This is more tempo mid-range, it seems like, but we'll see. We will see.
The cultists kidnapped the sorceress Laneth and had taken her north. They would use her to help them bring about a dread prophecy known as the Culling.
I don't like it any more than you do. But we need a ship to chase the cultists, and we don't have any coin. Besides, this ship belongs to smugglers, and I have it on good authority that they're not here tonight.
Tyr, you bastard. We walked right into a trap. An Argonian trap. Act 1 rewards. Black Marsh Smuggler's deck. Practice battle and versus battle. So this looks like it's going to be the end of Act 1. Let's do it. Let's add your new cards to your deck. Yeah. Let's do it.
In the deck builder, the deck you're editing is on the right edge of the screen. The cards in your collection are to the left.
Okay.
Select a card or drag it from your collection to add it to your deck.
Well, this seems totally fucking broken, so we probably want a Nord Firebrand. But just as a one-of, I don't really know. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take out this. Oh. Oh. Do we have to add something first? We have no more of these. We have no more of these. Arrow Storm seems like a card we may want to add. Rifthane. We definitely want to add Rifthane.
Different card by selecting it or dragging it out of your deck.
Okay. So we want to take out... what's this? I never saw this before. Triumphant Jarl, 6 for a 4/4. If you have more health than your opponent, draw 2 cards. Well, I love drawing cards. Whiterun Trooper is pretty Boglurcher. That's the one.
Decks may range from 50 to 70 cards. You can keep adding or removing cards until yours is just how you want it. Once you've decided, select Done.
Okay, so let's do some deck editing. You all can watch me struggle through this. Anything that's a vanilla creature or worse, we kind of don't want. Like 2 for a 2/2, we don't really want that. But we have to ask the question, with what we have in this deck, right? Or with the cards that we have, do we have better options? So Arrow Storm as massive removal, I think, is a better option than a vanilla creature. And then Sharpshooter Scout, Prophecy, and Combat Tricks, I think definitely is better than a vanilla. This Tempo card, definitely better than a vanilla. Mighty Ally is a vanilla creature, but has the potential to be better. So I think that just because it has the potential to be better, by default it is better. Golden Saint. Guard, summon. If you have more health than your opponent, summon a copy of Golden Saint in the other lane. That's stupid. 8/8 power on board with guard for 6. We definitely want some of our higher end, so I don't want to take out the Bristleback. That just seems so bad, right? 4 for a 6/2. I mean, maybe not, but... Fireball seems like it could be fun to play with. Give other friendly creatures in this lane +1/+1 at the top card of your deck is yellow. Crushing Blow. 3 Crushing Blows. That's awesome. We have... This shows us our deck. Okay, so our curve is good. I mean, we had to take 3 creatures out. Probably a vanilla 2/2 is not great. We don't want that. One, 2, 2 1s don't really seem great. They're a smidge better than vanilla. I have to be honest, I'm tempted to take out... I know it's on the high end of the curve. Like, if I take out both of these, I take 12 power out of my deck. That being said, again, I might get one hit in with those, but beyond that, they just don't seem very great. I'm going to take these Whiterun Troopers out and put a Mighty Ally in. Another one. Oh, but we took out red cards and we want red cards. I really don't think this card is very good. We have 2 Piercing Javelins, which is great. These Tigers are just might be bombs. Is there a yellow card we could take out to make that other card trigger more often? This has put in a little bit of work. 2 for a 4/1. Yeah, that can come out. Alright, done. Alright. Band of Survivors. Let's complete Act 1. Facing Swims at Night, playing green and purple. And this is likely going to be like a boss fight, so probably pretty hard. Select cards to replace. Like, just, if I click it, does it do it? Let me experiment. Oh, and then I could redraw. Okay, well look, we have 1, 2, 3, we have a great curve, we're going to keep this. And we play first, so we will play a 2/1. I don't think we want to be playing stuff in the Shadow Lane. I actually have no idea what the correct lane is to play things, but my thinking is if we play this here and he puts another creature here that's like, let's just say a 4/2, or that other card that was a 6/2 or whatever, we just get a free trade on that with a much weaker creature. And so we could lock down one lane just by having stuff here. I think it's the right play. I think it's the right play. I don't know if that line is correct, but I'm thinking so. He did nothing on turn 1. This is a really nice curve, so we'll attack first.
Their deaths will bring glory to the Empire.
Play that and pass, because we don't have another play. Lethal? What is that? Destroy any creature this damages.
The poison on some of their blades looks deadly. Let's try to avoid them.
Yeah. So this is essentially like Death Touch. I'm with it. So we will attack 3.
Hey.
It shall be so.
This only does 1 damage. That's not good enough. So I guess we just see if this triggers. I mean, at worst we get a 3/3. It's not bad. It did not trigger. So again, it's a vanilla card, but again, I think it's better. Like having a 3/3 on board for 3 seems better than having that 4/1 for 2, for instance. So I'm not necessarily upset about how this turned out. Here, I think we will probably do some favorable trading. And play this guard out.
The silent guard with you.
Now, hey.
It shall be so.
And if he plays another creature with lethal over here, we will kill it with something smaller to protect this Hive Defender. Because just like this tiny little idiot doing 1 damage to this and killing it would be... It wouldn't be crippling, but it would be a really powerful play.
I draw power from these trees.
So, while his speaker is in play, your max magicka is increased by 1.
From these trees.
Okay, so there's ramp effects in this game, which I think are really cool. Generally speaking, again, we have the Hive Defender out, so we could let this happen, but I think taking away the mana advantage is actually way more important, because, again, just having... Like, he could play something for 7 next turn. I don't think we want to allow that to happen. And we could have taken a favorable here, but I don't think we want Hive Defender to be touched. I don't know, call it a hunch. That could be totally wrong. And we'll play our boar. Snort, snort.
The waters of life.
So this is summon gain 1 max magicka. So that looks like a permanent effect. So he permanently has more. Oh. Ooh. So we need to sacrifice a creature to this, and the best way to do that is with this 3/2. And we have 8 then otherwise. So let's do this to kill that. Trade here to eat that lethal threat, and then attack. And we will use all our mana and pass. This actually was not really
my strength and my courage.
Prophecy Guard. Oh wow.
Make short work of the sap sniffers.
How cool is this that I could have attacked him, he could have gotten this as a prophecy last turn, it would have come out, it would have stunted my attacks. I mean, it doesn't matter, we don't need to be cute. We will kill the guard, go face, win the match.
You don't look like...
Hey! What's going on up there?
Dominion guards.
The Algonian and the hero realized they had a common enemy. The smuggler, who was called Swims at Night, agreed to sail north in search of the sorceress.
Cool. So we fought him, and now he is an ally. The Smuggler, complete chapter 8. That's a cool title. I don't know what it means. I don't know where it goes. I don't know if it does anything, but it's neat. New deck, Black Marsh Smugglers. Fast and deadly, this deck can build Magicka faster than usual, and has many large and lethal creatures to take out opposition in one attack. I wonder if lethal should be a proper noun there. So anyway, we got a new deck. That was cool. It didn't seem particularly strong, to be honest, but I guess the deck that I'm playing is fairly aggressive.
Completing daily quests will earn you gold to grow your collection. Log in every day to receive new daily quests.
Alright, so this would be Act 2 would be the daily quest, the next daily quest.
I love a good storm. Makes the seafaring life interesting.
How about pirates?
No, they're right bastards. Treat an honest smuggler like a common merchant. There's no honor among scoundrels.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that we had to watch that video. I didn't realize that it was going to auto-play into Chapter 2, but I'm going to cut the first video off here to conclude Chapter 1. I thought it was a great time. I really, really like this game so far. My first impressions are that there are a lot of really neat card effects. I think that the developers did a really good job of incorporating, you know, combat tricks and game balancing into the game, and something that maybe a lot of players don't appreciate, but I think is awesome, is the fact that every card has an animation. When you play it, they say cool stuff. When they attack, they say different stuff. There was just a lot of effort and time that went into a player experience, as far as I can tell. There do seem to be some just flat out shitty cards, right? Vanilla cards, or cards that are, you know, 4 for a 9/1 that dies to anything, trips over a rock and it's dead. You know, stuff like that you're going to have in any card game. And I think that's just a way to illustrate how good cards really are. Like that Hive Defender card, for instance, seems like it puts in a lot of work. It's a 3/6 for 4. It has guard. I haven't played with it in anything else besides these, you know, story missions or tutorial missions or whatever you want to call them. But a card like that just seems like it presents tremendous utility, and you need bad cards, I think, in a game to show how good cards are by comparison. Because if everything was just good, then you wouldn't have any balance, right? It would just be good shit everywhere, and then it would just be who draws the best good shit fastest and wins the game. So I hope you all liked watching this first video in the series. I'm going to be bringing more videos to the channel. It's going to be brand new. I'm starting from scratch with this Let's Play. And if you have any comments at all, please leave them. If you're watching this on YouTube, of course, please leave them in the comment section. Let me know what you think of my guide, my play. Constructive criticism is greatly appreciated. And if I continue to like the game as much as I do, I can easily see myself being part of the Elder Scrolls Legends card game community. Alright, until next time, this is Jeff. Thank you very much for watching.